Hey, welcome back to another episode of OUTSIDEIN.
Your go-to source for honest conversations about relationships and marriage.
So if you are ready, let's go.
Woo.
Alright, so today we have two very special guests with us.
Yes, two very inspiring women.
Yes. So before we get to introducing them,
Yes.
yeah.
Our jangan apa
Nervous.
Okay. This episode is brought to you by FitriyyahSG.
Yes.
So FitriyyahSG has a signature event called
3-day
All
event.
About Nikah.
Yes, it's a
Yes,
3-day
they have.
event.
Yes, they have this event year after year. So this year, the main topics that they will be covering is about empowering women.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the art of communication in a marriage, and the third one is Islamic parenting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do I, or rather, where do I go to join the class?
Oh no, you don't need to go anywhere. Just stay in your house because it's online.
Online?
Yes.
Wow. That means I can join the class even if I'm on holiday, even if I'm in
Even if you're in Malaysia, Australia,
US pun
Hawaii.
boleh.
Pun boleh juga.
Okay, so how do I join the classes?
So you just go to FitriyyahSG on their Instagram. That's FitriyyahSG. Yes,
Alright.
and they have a link to register for these classes. And there are still 2 classes open. The first one is over lah, but not to fret. You can still register for the other 2 classes.
So the classes are on the 12th August, the
19th
19th
August,
and the
26th
26th.
August,
Yes,
yes.
and one class is $25. You get all 3 classes for only $45.
Yes, and the speakers are very well
Well-established speakers. Yeah.
Ustazah Izzah Khamsani,
Ustaz.
Ustaz Mizi Wahid,
Mhm.
and Ustaz Maaz Sallim.
Yeah, so if you would like to get some knowledge and improve your quality of life, do join the classes. That's conducted by FitriyyahSG.
Yes,
go
kalau
on
tak
to
pergi
Instagram.
rugi.
Yes, kita kena pergi juga kan?
Yes.
InsyaAllah.
Okay, so
Alright,
now
so
back to the program.
So who do we have with us today, Farah?
Okay, on the left we
On
have
the left corner.
on the left we have Puan Siti Hamidah Bahashwan.
So what
Orang dia ni kan, dia bukan calang-calang tau.
Ya ke?
Yes. Her life's work is so impressive, so tremendous.
Really?
Yes, she is
Share
the
more, share more.
founder and chief of HappyHeartHub. Yes, and she is very passionate to inspire and empower 5 million people to be emotionally and spiritually intelligent.
Itu dia. Yeah, so Puan Hamidah.
Ingat dialog.
Yes, must do research.
Yes. And then on the right corner,
We have Kak Saz.
yeah, Kak Saz. For those of you who have seen our TikTok video that went pretty viral. Yeah, so Kak Saz is here with us today, who will be sharing her story, her experience about going through being a stepmother, going through the grief of losing a child, and how she copes with it.
Yes.
Yeah, so today it will be a 2-part special.
2-part special, correct.
Yeah, so the first part.
Will be about stepmom. And then the second part, just make sure to stand by tissue.
Yes. Pasal I that time kita berbual macam biasa-biasa je, I dah kena standby tisu.
Siapa nangis?
Tak cakap lah siapa nangis lah. Malu.
Okay, so without further ado lah,
Yes.
we welcome the 2 ladies.
Yeah,
that's
Puan
gonna join
Hamidah
us.
and Kak Saz. Give a round of applause. Yay. Salam. Dah ready belum Kak Saz? Puan Hamidah?
InsyaAllah.
Okay, maybe you want to explain, want to introduce a bit about yourself?
HappyHeartHub.
HappyHeartHub and
I've always been curious as to see how people reach a certain level of success, but more importantly, I like to see people happy.
hence Happy Heart.
Happy Heart is my nickname.
Okay.
So Happy Heart Hub, the vision is actually to have emotional, intelligent people, emotionally and spiritually intelligent. So to kind of this emotional culture that we want family to have. Because at corporate culture, people are wanting to do well. But if people are not happy working, they will not last long.
That's true.
Yes,
And
correct.
at home, even more important. So positive emotional culture is something that I would like the whole world to have within them, and to make sure that we do our best. First to make ourselves happy, and then to make those close to us, our family member, our spouses, our children happy, inshallah.
Inshallah.
It's a very noble cause, right?
Yes, and we are very honored to have you here today with us, and also maybe to share a little bit of your experience, but more of sharing insights into some of the topics that we are going to be discussing about today lah.
Yes, this issue about parenting is something that I have been passionate about even before I got married. And I have 70 nephew and nieces. So
17.
I am
mashallah,
like a mother and a father for at least 3 of them that I raised, co-parenting with my brother and sister-in-law. So I know what it takes to be a good parent. And I want every parents to do their best to first love the child the way the child is. So parenting is a journey. I'm sure Saz know, those who have children. And if you have enough love in your heart, but love alone is not enough. You need logic. So love and logic, the balance of that, you will then raise independent. And what I call the 5R, responsible, respectful, resilient, resourceful, and reflective. Adults. We want to raise adults.
Bila tengah marah, those 5R tak
hilang.
apply.
Dia kena emotional intelligence.
That's why it's very important to have. So bila tengah marah tu, the 5Rs macam okay, kena apa tu first R, apa tu second R.
Buka buku atau telefon kaunselor.
Tak boleh DM Puan Hamidah.
Kalau budak-budak go through, 5R.
Remember the 5R? It's amazing. Actually, the children, if the one that I conducted, children comes with parents. Actually, the children learn like faster. Nanti bila balik dia
so
ingatkan
they remind the parent.
Ya, ingat Cik Puan Hamidah kata.
Bagus tu.
Malu mak kalau lupa.
Sekejap Kak Saz, you pakai headphone satu terbalik ke?
Alah.
On your right side tu dia inside out. Kita outside in, bukan inside out.
Nak dengar macam like satu part je.
Jarang pakai headphone.
First time.
Okay lah, so
Terselah sangat dia punya apa?
tak pernah
First.
It's alright.
Masya-Allah.
For Kak Saz pula, you introduce a bit about yourself.
I'm 46 and I've been doing business since I gave birth to Cinta Sofia. So Cinta Sofia apparently is my 7th child. So I namakan my kedai Cinta Sofia sebab glamour sikit kan. I am also a grandmother of 5.
Masya-Allah.
Masya-Allah.
To be a grandmother of 5 at the age of 46. Orang takkan percaya ni. Betul ke ni grandmother at 46? Ke, but maybe you can share a little bit about how you grew up, how you have 5 grandchildren, how you feel to be a grandmother at this young age.
I think when I bring my grandchildren out, orang akan ingat tu anak-anak I. So like, wow, your girls are still so small like that. Yeah. So, like if I say that I'm a grandmother, like, you're a grandmother? How old is your children? Then they will start counting.
So they to reduce all that.
Yes, to avoid all those kind. Yeah. These are my grandchildren. All girls. Okay, yes.
My mother. Someone commented. I think your child is inside.
Your child is watching.
Yeah, Riz. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for joining everybody. Terus slang sekejap.
Wow.
Okay, so let's get on to the questioning.
Yes.
Kita interview dalam sikit.
Okay, insyaAllah.
Okay,
so the first question. Okay, what was the biggest challenge that you faced getting your stepchildren to accept you as a stepmom?
We go straight to it.
Biggest challenge.
I had my stepchildren when they were young, about 3, 5 and 7. So at that age macam senang didik.
Oh, yes.
Cuma the extra voices lah yang we have to go through, but other than that, because my children are of the same age, so they always look forward to come over and play with my own children. So macam like ada something to look forward to.
Yeah, because they're young, right? I was thinking like, how did your own children come to accept their step siblings? Was it hard for them to accept, or it was just easy because they are so young?
It's like, oh, I got new friends. Gitu.
Yeah. It's
I think it's not the children that they are particular of.
Okay.
It was my the stepfather yang dorang susah nak accept at first.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were thinking like, do I need a new father and stuff like that?
Your own children?
Yeah, my own children.
I understand.
Jadi bila my stepchildren macam make it easier. Like okay lah, since there's friends, okay.
Yeah.
Then they don't quite pay attention to the stepfather.
Because they have
sebab ada step siblings.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So the more difficult part was accepting the stepfather instead of the step siblings.
So how did you go about dealing with that?
Because they are young, jadi macam easy to play along with you. Because I talk to them like I talk to my own children, you know. Cuma step children ni a bit sensitive. Sebab bila kita marah, it's not their mother yang marah dorang. It's, you know, like, who are you to scold me? You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And then kalau dorang dah besar sikit, lagi dorang akan complain. Kan? So that's why, hence I said, the extra voices are, it's the one that makes things difficult for me to be the stepmother lah at that point of time. But the children gradually macam I have to buy. Kena bribe.
Kena hambat hati.
Hadiah.
So you know, Papa, I believe for my children, I have to buy for my stepchildren. But not because I have to, but I think it's just fair lah. You know,
treat them all of the same fairness lah.
Yeah. So, Puan Hamidah, maybe you can give us some insights. So, how can a step parent integrate themselves into the new stepchildren's life without being too aggressive? Because macam Kak Saz cakap tadi, ni bukan anak you kan. Kalau you nak marah pun nanti penerimaan anak tu pun macam you bukan mak I, you know. Yeah.
I think the key is relationship. You need to build the bridge. If there's a relationship, you can accept them, they can accept you, then it'll be easier. However, must always learn this boundary that they are not my children, they are my husband or my wife's children. And I think second, importantly, never force children to accept the new spouses of the parent. Means that if the father remarry, okay, example, they have their mother call mama, then you get the children, okay, call ni mama juga. Nanti they have to like mama satu, mama dua. It's confusing. So the best is to ask the children, what would you like to call? So if the first, their own mother, mama, then the second one maybe umi or bonda or whatever. So differentiate, that's one. Two is get the children to kind of like and accept first before forcing into calling and accepting. This is your new mother, especially if let's say the mother run away, not good character, then they play their part to because whatever it is, after divorce, both father and mother are still father and mother of the children. I must always remind the children, I'm still your father and your mother is still your mother, need to respect. If both father and mother can do that, means respecting and getting children to respect is easier. But however, the adults are the one can be quite problematic.
So adults punya problem tu. Pasal
can be. Not necessarily lah. Nanti marah pula orang kat sana. I don't have problem. This is we talk about umumnya, generally majority would face difficulty.
Correct.
Okay, then if based on that, right? For Kak Saz, like, did you have any problems like what Puan Hamidah mentioned about the adult side? How did you go through that, you know, and ensuring that your children do not bear the consequences of whatever that could spark out from that problem?
I think I blame the stepmother in Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Dia yang menjatuhkan nama stepmom.
Ibu mertua aku.
There's this stereotype that
so
garang,
stepmothers are always bad.
Sallim.
I think kebanyakan cartoons are like that.
Correct.
So let's not watch that.
Yes.
Tengok cerita Moana or Frozen ke, tak ada stepmother.
I think there's none tak ada yang portray a good stepmother for cartoons,
not
kan?
that I know of lah.
Then kalau nak portray good pun, is always the fairy godmother.
Yes, yes.
And then upon death is easier. If the mother passed away, then
correct.
the new wife become mother. Children are able to, and especially they are good. So I have a friend who have a stepmother who raised her, and she loves the stepmother more than her own mother.
Because the mom passed away.
Yes.
Because they grow up with a stepmother.
Yeah, because too young. They don't really experience. So they love the stepmother as if it's their own mother. So it's a different story. Divorce is a different story.
I see.
So, I mean, divorce in itself also it comes with a lot of
challenges.
Sebab I think there was accepting not being able to accept the new partner of our ex-spouses. So macam kita mungkin ada yang belum move on, ada yang macam masih, I mean they had a bad breakup, I mean a bad divorce. So I think those can be the punca of us being in a situation that we become
cannot accept, aggressive, angry,
yeah,
become
I mean,
negative.
They have difficulty in accepting us being
correct.
the new mother, but we are not the new mother. I mean, we are not trying to take over your place. You know,
Just so happens that you are married to the father.
Yeah, and then we have to be called stepmother. What else you want to call me? I mean, you can call me fairy godmother.
Some of the children choose to call you are my father's wife.
I
So
see,
the adult children can do that, and father, don't be angry because it's true. It's my father's wife. So it means they do not acknowledge the new woman as their own mother until they test you and they know that you are good. Then maybe they can accept you.
Yeah.
So you need to buy time.
Yeah.
The fact that you have stepchildren that may not accept you, accept lah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
you cannot force.
my first 3 children when I remarried, they my first one especially had a difficult time accepting a new stepfather. Dia macam like, no, ma, my father still love you. Like, why do you want to marry someone else? You know. So if kalau my daughter can feel like that, can think like that, then I think other children will think like that. I mean, like, my mom still loves you. Why do you want to marry another woman? So I think that's how they have this hatred towards the new parent.
So the fact that you cannot accept somebody becomes it
because they
develops
always
into
see that their mother or their father the best. Jadi kalau another person come in macam like I said lah, I blame Cinderella punya mak lah. I'm Cinderella punya stepmother.
That story ada. Those were the days. But I think nowadays, I've seen that even being a stepmother also, they can, like what Puan Siti mentioned, her friend also can also portray a motherly figure.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So like how important actually is a mother figure in a child's development?
I think it took me about 6 years later my stepdaughter suddenly said that, Ma, I think you can just call me daughter. You don't have to introduce me as a stepdaughter anymore. Because I think she see that difficulty when sometimes I happen to mention that I have 7 kids, and then my stepdaughter is there, and then I'm like, okay, no, I have 10. I always have to think that I always have to put this in my mind that I have 10, not 7. So that includes. Then when people say, when I say that I have 10, like, you have 10?
Macam mana tu?
Mana keluarnya?
Yeah. And then my number 5 daughter, dia kecil sikit daripada my stepdaughter. Jadi macam, oh, yang pendek ni, yang tua sikit. Macam like, yeah. Jadi I nak kena
kira mental
then I nak kena ingat dia punya numbers, that kind of thing. But when my stepdaughter came up to me and say that, Ma, I think you can just call me a daughter. Then I'm like, okay, terharu at the same time.
After 6 years, kan?
Yeah, after 6 years. So it wasn't an easy journey.
Yeah.
But for the fact that she she see me as a mother, that's enough.
She
so
accepted
I know that
you finally.
Yeah.
So
along the way, macam like, okay, I know I've done something right.
Yes, means there's a connection, and as I say, you must build that relationship. Once it's done, then a problem will be minimized. You asked about mothering. Mothering is actually a role that can be played not just by the mother. I've experienced many cases where the mother are not equipped for whatever reason. It could be illness, it could be something else. So then somebody else need to step in. Could be the auntie, could be grandmother. It could also be stepmother. So as long as the new person, the woman, is capable of loving and being fair and nurturing in personality, you can be a good mother. And it's important for the child to have more than one. So it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes, that's true. It's a very insightful, very fruitful discussion that we're having right now.
Yeah, so we mentioned also that initially you had problems,
challenges.
Challenges.
I like the word challenges
not
better
problem.
than
Challenge.
problems.
Yes. Challenges in terms of accepting because we just put it straight that Kak Saz went through a divorce, and then how did you allow your children time with their own biological father?
I think I've seen cases where people share that aku tak nak kasih laki aku ambil anak-anak. So when I ask why, macam tak nak lah, dia ada girlfriend apa, go and spend time with your girlfriend lah. Why would you want to spend time with my children? So that's why I said that some ada move on difficulty, ada some tak boleh nak ada anger still. So mine, I've seen a death in a relationship also, macam whereby one of their child passed away. So macam then I kira macam like, wah, that means you get to spend your time with your child for how many days saja within that 9 days. I mean within that 11 years when he passed away. So I'm like, wow. So I took that like, ya Allah, I'm not going to be like that. I took that as a lesson. So I told my ex-husband, ambil anak, you ambil lah. Because I'm not going to answer to him. So I like, okay, anytime you want to go see your father, you just tell me. So kalau nak pergi dinner ke, that time masa, when my ex-husband baru-baru kahwin at that point of time, I had some difficulty letting them go.
Sebab macam,
so I think most women will feel like that. Jadi, I was one of them. Tapi it was very fast for me to realize like, no, I shouldn't do that.
The children will be affected also.
Yes. And my children are much happier right now.
After meeting so this is apart from the fact that there's always that written court order and whatnot.
Correct.
Fighting over the custody and access. And I've seen a very, very ugly scene where a young child the mother was holding and the child was crying. And then the mother said, dia tak nak dengan bapak dia doang. But I'm the mediator who need to facilitate that change. I say, okay, pass the child to me. I hold the child. I say, okay, bye-bye. I tell the mother. And then the father came in, right? So the moment the mother disappeared, the child that was crying, no, don't want. Go to the father. So that really put me in a position, the child learn to adapt, the child learn to behave. If I can use the word, the child learn to act according to the parent. So it's not that the child do not want the father, but in front of the mother have to say, no, I don't want. But mother dispute, I want. And I say, I do want to go back to mother. So that way, father and mother out there, please, whenever there's divorce, please make it as easy, as comfortable for your child to access the father or the mother. Do not make it difficult.
Because we cannot get that child without our ex-spouse.
Especially if they're young.
Both
so
of you.
You all nak fight for what? Of course lah, macam like baru-baru, like myself, baru-baru tu memang nak susah nak terima. Tapi alhamdulillah, I was given that opportunity to show that okay, this family is going through that difficulty, macam nak ambil anak susah, ada je alasan lah, anak you tak nak ikut lah, that kind of thing. But I think it's the duty of the parent to tell your children, to didik your children that no, you must go. I need my me time. So yeah, just go to your parent, and then your stepmother, your stepfather need to be with you as well. So yeah, paksa dorang. I think
so you are educating your children to get along with people and to do things even if they don't like it.
Correct.
This is your father. You may not enjoy, but you need to spend time with him. He's your father. Come on, man. Give him a chance.
Lama-lama they have no choice. So it becomes a routine.
So maybe they don't want overnight. They might just go spend, have lunch, and then come back. And who knows, you might enjoy yourself. And for all you know, they could enjoy themselves. Tapi berangan je lah mulut. Oh, no, don't want.
Dia nak tunjuk lebih kasih sayang kepada mak gitu. Tak nak lah, nak dengan mak je. Tapi dalam diam-diam pun nak keluarkan papa.
I think parents overthink lah. Takut nanti pergi kat sana, nanti dia sayang mak tiri dia lebih macam mana. Nanti dia sayang bapak tiri dia lebih macam mana. But no, there's no such thing. I mean, every parent treat our children differently.
Correct.
So you takkan dapat kurang kasih sayang sebagai mak atau bapa. So tak payah nak worry. To me, macam at the end of the day kan, I think that sekiranya kalau I pergi, I meninggal, siapa nak jaga anak-anak I? My ex-husband is going to look after my children.
There's a movie Stepmom. Kita tengok.
I watched that.
Later we watch after this.
Okay, boleh.
And then the wife of my ex-husband is going to look after my children. Jadi macam kalau I jahat, you think she nak jaga ke anak-anak I? So I think to get a good stepmother to your children, you have to be a good stepmom.
Wow. So like not just to say but to act on it.
Yeah, correct. What you give is what you get kan.
Sharing. And in fact, anak you untung dan bertuah dapat lebih. I mean like every child have only one. So this one you must tell her, you bertuah tau, you ada dua mother. I dulu satu mother je.
So you change it into more positive.
I didn't say that though.
No, in that sense, you must count yourself lucky. Most of your friends have only one mother. You have two or maybe three or four.
Okay, I want to add. I want to add on to that. I have a funny story. About I have several. I have several death. Kan, my father meninggal, my sister meninggal, my mother meninggal, my daughter meninggal, and I was and all of my ex-husbands were there. And then my children were like, okay, Ma, I think the death in our family got to stop because I'm seeing all of your ex-husbands here.
Dia macam tengah sedih-sedih tapi pasal the scenario that appeared make them macam mana satu ni
And then nanti my friends were like, kau punya ex-husband semua ada ke? And then I buat tengok macam ni, tengah nangis ni, tengah sedih sebenarnya. Tengok sana.
Ada. Satu. That would be fun.
Oh my god.
So ini kita terkeluar sikit dia punya history lah. So yang dengar-dengar ni semua faham lah, Kak Saz actually hot stuff juga.
Very hot.
Masya-Allah.
But alhamdulillah, my ex-husbands are very nice people. I think we learn after the divorce, and we appreciate that. Our children are dah grown up, and then kita ada cucu-cucu, together. So macam whatever that we went through with our past, kita macam like just put it aside. Now I masih berbaik juga with my kakak-kakak ipar, mama tua,
Biras semua.
Biras and all that.
Because in a way also you spent a few years, you created the bond with them. So macam bila dah putus tu pun kalau nak just singkirkan macam tak sedap hati juga kan.
Don't burn your bridges. You might need it.
Because I have to respect my children punya family.
Oh
they are the aunties and uncles. So when they were little, dorang juga yang together with my children kan.
Betul.
Jadi macam I nak menyumbang for what?
So I ada satu question. I curious actually. So bila you remarried, right? Do you have a conversation with your children? Like macam okay, I am going to introduce you to your stepfather. Like how did that conversation go?
Tak, I bawa aje.
Messi.
Hello. This is your new father. Kejut ya.
So kalau macam I overtake a while to kenalkan the man. So macam like those yang nak kenal is going to be like a lot of people. Tapi kalau macam the serious one are just my children and that man.
Yeah, the one that will be
baru
in my
dorang
life.
tahu that okay, I think this is the one that my mum chose. Tapi kalau macam like kawan-kawan like ma, who is the one who's interested in you? So I will say, oh that guy.
Ada gosip-gosip juga. In a way, part of being the age gap between you and your children also allows you to mingle with them, even like friends in a way.
Yeah, correct.
Interesting.
Interesting.
This is very light-hearted lah.
Yeah.
Belum lagi second episode.
Kita ketawa dulu.
Tahu dulu. Dia selalu kata.
Funny part.
Alamak, ketawa dulu nanti.
Selalu mak selalu kata kan, kalau jangan ketawa
jangan
banyak.
banyak ketawa,
nanti
nangis.
Tinggi kau.
Aduh. Tak apa, kita dah standby tisu, boleh tisu tadi. Okay. Sekejap,
Okay, Puan Hamidah, how can we as adults make the transition easier for the children? Yeah.
I guess this is where the topic courageous conversation is. You need to speak and you need to also listen to what your children have to say. So you introduce the subject, I'm going to get married, and the children is going to be angry, upset, whatever it is. Let them express. So allow your children to say whatever they think and feel and address their concern. Because sometimes the children, when they have father and mother, no matter how much the father and mother fight, cannot get along after divorce, they seem to have this fantasy that they want their father and mother to
Get
remarry
back
again.
together.
That's why bila ada boyfriend, girlfriend, dia sakit hati because then they know the father and the mother cannot come again.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have boyfriend, you shouldn't have, one day you must marry again. That would be their fantasy. But so it's not fair. So tell them, talk to them and listen. And I guess the best thing is to have courageous conversation to say that I'm an adult, I have my needs and this is what I want and I need you to tell me how you feel.
Oh, kalau I tell that to my children right now, it's not going to work. Dia macam, no ma, you can live on your own.
Pasal
Yeah,
the reasons why lah.
Yeah. So as they grow older, lagi susah nak explain
yeah, of
to
course.
them.
But you just say this is something. I'm an adult. You are my child. You may not like
dengar tu
my
anak-anak.
decision, but I want you to respect. So you need to teach your children to how to manage, how to transform conflict. You have conflicting ideas, right? I want to remarry, but you think that no need lah. I can take care of you. I say okay, but it's a different kind of care. I know you care about me. However, I need a different care. So you just continue with the conversation and say, okay, you may disagree, but I'm an adult. I'm your father. I'm your mother. I want you to accept. If cannot accept, never mind. Respect. You cannot force your children to accept and be happy about it. Like for you, after 6 years, then your stepdaughter accept you and want you to see her as a daughter. Sometimes it takes more than that, and maybe it never happened. The child never accept you. It's okay. So that is important. Have courageous conversation. If you want to know how to do that, click HappyHeartHub. The next courageous conversation for sure.
Okay, maybe I have a apa nama ni? A comment. Said that this is a nice topic. I became a stepmother. Can Kak Saz suggest topic to borak with my stepchild?
Oh, wow.
I think I ask about friends.
Okay.
So who's your best friend? Then nanti dia cakap, oh, it's Sarah. For example lah, Sarah. Oh, Sarah same class as you. You know me. You must have the same topic as your own child. You kena imagine anak tu anak you. You tak boleh macam like, this is my stepdaughter and I hate the mother. No, cannot. You mesti macam like, okay, this is my daughter. Macam mana I nak anak I sayang I, macam gitulah you have to see your stepdaughter. Jadi macam you talk about their best friends, you talk about Google. You know, I googled a lot.
Google tu kawan kita. Kawan baik
my
kita.
best friend, So I googled a lot, like how to be a good stepmother, you know, that kind of thing. And then at that point of time, I tak kenal Puan Hamidah yet, so I couldn't get advice. And then you know, but I wasn't. Dulu macam tak ada this kind of exposure,
Correct,
you know. But right now there's a lot in
lot of
social
sources
media,
already.
So you can find out. But to me, I want. Macam mana I treat my own daughter tu macam gitulah I treat my stepdaughter. Just ask them about schooling, how's you ada boyfriend ke tidak? You know, that kind of thing.
Like to
Macam
make them more comfortable with you in a way.
Yeah. And they will start talking. they were like, oh, I have this friend. I mean, like, then you know that, okay, I'm getting there.
Slowly opening up.
Yeah, correct. And then you beli baju pun, you don't ignore them. You always ask them first, and then our own children. But then again, there was one time that my daughter said that, Ma, can I say something? And I said, yes. Why is it when they come here, you treat them better than us? So that hits me. Jadi macam, then I realised like, I'm trying too hard. So time tu lah, I treat my stepchildren the same. Kalau anak I kena marah, my stepchildren mesti kena marah. Kalau tak lipat baju, I paksa diorang lipat baju. Tak pernah cuci pinggan mangkuk kat rumah, you cuci pinggan mangkuk kat rumah I.
That is the rules of the house.
Yeah, correct. So when my children see that, then I'm like, and then they realize like, okay, my mom is trying to be a good stepmother.
Treat them fairly lah.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to suggest something easy rather than ask them question.
Yeah,
You buy conversation.
But does that answer the
Yes.
So buy conversation cards. So rather than ask personal question, if let's say the child is young, I think play games is the easiest, toys and all that. But if they are older, then this is like emotional cards. So you ask them to choose which emotion you like best. So pick 5. You pick 5, I pick 5. And then talk about it. So proud, free, open. So choose 5 emotion you like to have, and then 5 emotion you don't like.
Allah tak nampak.
Never mind. It's and then 5 emotion you don't like to have. So by picking this, you are bringing your child and yeah.
Kita ambil break sekejap.
Okay.
Kita lap ni. Tak nampak ada cawan kat sini. Kena block.
Selalunya yang clumsy hari
Itulah.
ni pula.
Minta maaf ya semua. Yang kat TikTok semua nampak lah air tengah mengalir tu. Kecoh lah pula.
Rezeki. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes conversational cards can take away that tension that you and your child have. This one happens to be couples before marriage punya card. So what is your idea of a perfect day? Example, if you could retire tomorrow, what would you do? These are suitable for couples.
Activities to do
activities,
together.
questions. I think in Takashimaya, in Popular, there are conversation cards.
Okay.
So you can then pick up yang sesuai. So what is the worst movie you have ever seen? Things
then
like
you
that.
can discuss
So
on
this
that.
conversation takes away the tension of asking personal question because some of them may not be ready. As you have boyfriend, why do you want to know?
No lah, I mean, janganlah you ask that question on your first meeting.
Of course. But what I'm trying to say, it depends on your stepchild.
Baru jumpa nak tanya pasal hal peribadi ni.
But I think my family plays a lot of Monopoly dengan Taboo. I think Taboo is a good game because Taboo dia macam ada groups. You separated in a few groups, and then you nak kena make your group menang kan. Jadi kalau I dengan my stepchildren in the same group, they will see me as like,
macam
champion lah.
My stepmother macam pandai juga pula. So,
doing certain things to macam win their hearts and everyone boleh tunjuk them like, okay, I'm not I'm not an evil stepmother, that kind of thing.
So you don't do macam masa baru-baru tu, janganlah macam asyik. If let's say you play in this kind of game kan, you jangan join the same team with your own children.
Then that one will create a barrier and then break down the ice.
Macam dia anak dia je, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
So activities this is discussion, conversation, right? Bicycle, go to the beach, do things together. Easy to break the kind of tension that you might have.
I think this goes to not just for stepmothers or no stepchildren. I think it goes for every couple, every relationship as well. Because I feel that if you don't talk communication, basically, you don't have this communication with the people that you want to create a bridge with, create a bond with, I think there won't be any potential growth in that relationship. Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know what to talk about.
So this
is a very simple and fun interactive game that breaks all the tension. And
I think we can share also. When we were dating before we got married, also Farah actually prepared that on I think our third date.
Really?
Yeah.
Macam 20 questions gitu.
So it was so that day.
What's your mission in 5 years?
Some the questions like that lah. Some are deep, some are just like fun. Just to know each other better.
Yeah. So you must have seen that series where 20 very deep and intimate questions can make 2% fall in love.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That's the one, right?
I got the inspiration from that.
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. So my wife, she's very resourced.
Yeah.
She likes to.
And she's smart.
Yes, she's very smart. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
so she, you have inspired. You have inspired courageous conversations between us. Alhamdulillah, ni dah kahwin dah. So yeah, I think
You're
communication.
smart too.
Berapa kotak kad tu nak beli lepas ni?
Hari ni buat satu je.
This one can find dekat popular.
No, this one
things
je lah.
like that.
This is emotional culture card. This is if you want to get at HappyHeartHub.
HappyHeartHub.
Okay,
Ini dari New Zealand jauh ni.
Okay, tunjuk sikit kat TikTok jadi semua boleh nampak.
The emotional culture deck.
Tapi kalau dapat pasangan yang macam like tak kuasa benda-benda ni macam mana?
Itulah dia tu nanti cara lain lah. Kena buat soalan sendiri.
I think
apalah unikat kakak.
maybe some people are not really talkers.
Yeah. Macam like kahwin je lah.
No, but you'll be surprised. Actually, it's through asking question. We're talking about parenting, right? Even couples. It is through asking question, but must be question out of curiosity. Bukan kepo question. And when you ask question, you make the person think, especially for parents. Most parents I know fail big time is to tell children what to do. Belajar, that telling versus asking question. There will be a difference. So many parents have learned that tips. Don't tell them what to do. Ask them what they want to do.
These are tips that we can take for ourselves also.
Yeah.
I thought before it was just about do you know my favourite colour? Do you know what drink I like? You know, that kind of thing. I pernah tahu macam he bought me bandung. One of my ex-husbands bought me bandung. Like, sejak bila minum bandung ni?
Maybe your ex what? That's
Salah.
Apa lah kita nyaya tu. That's why it's best to tanya. You nak apa?
That's right,
rather than assume that you like.
I selalu beli mineral water. I mean, air simple.
Tiba-tiba bandung.
Kan? Tiba-tiba bandung macam it's me.
Okay, so ada komen yang she said setiap ujian ada hikmahnya. Allah kasih ujian pasal dia tahu you're a strong woman. Okay,
Alhamdulillah.
Yes,
and there's one ada tanya, where can I purchase the cards? HappyHeartHub.sg.
Yes.
Okay, yang tadi yang tanya soalan tu kata thanks Kak Saz and Puan Hamidah.
No problem.
Ada orang tanya when is this event? Event apa ni?
Event courageous conversations. Yeah,
it's monthly. So if you wait for I think Facebook HappyHeartHub will be announcing. So in September we'll having another one.
InsyaAllah.
So guys, go follow HappyHeartHub on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Heart Hub.
Happy Heart.
It's where is the hub for all the happy hearts to join.
3H.
Triple H.
Triple H. Berbahaya.
Okay. Ada satu Fatihah. This one my amazing boss. Kak Saz punya bos. Banyak peminat-peminat Kak Saz malam ni. Okay, so I think that we have come to
the end of the
first episode.
Yes, first part.
Okay, so stay tuned for the next episode where we go deeper into a more emotional.
Yes, stand by the
iceberg. Going inside the iceberg.
Okay lah, so we wrap up the first episode first.
Yes.
Dah cukup ketawa
Cukup kita. Tak nak.
So important, love and logic.
Love and logic.
In raising children to be whatever you want to be. Importantly, responsible, number one.
Yes.
And don't tell them what to do. Ask them what they want to do. Okay, next one.
I lapar.
Itu you bilang. Tahu tu bilang.
Okay, I tengah try ni.
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm hungry.
I pun hungry tau.
Ya ke?
You rasa nak makan apa hari ni?
I nak makan nasi ayam lah.
I kena belajar nak masak nasi ayam.
Tak apa, I tolong.
Okay,
Kita makan
boleh.
sama-sama.
Alhamdulillah.
Gitu.
Macam gitu. Betul tak Kak Puan Hamidah?
Okay.
Working on it.
Acceptable.
First time try, tak research.
Alright guys, so don't forget FitriyyahSG, okay? All About Nikah. Go and register. Go and follow FitriyyahSG
on
their
Instagram.
Okay?
Yes, okay.
We will see you
In the next episode. Alright, we have come to the end of the first. We have come to the end of the first part of our special recording today. So if you like what you heard, stay tuned for the next episode where we go into a more deeper conversation with our guest today, Kak Saz and Puan Hamidah. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of our socials on
Instagram,
Instagram, TikTok, Spotify,
YouTube.
yes, on YouTube. Yeah. Till the next episode. See ya.
Bye.